How can I make money from home tutoring? Now, I had a lady ask me that question the other day after it had come after she had watched one of my YouTube videos, and she'd reached out to me by email. Again, if you want to reach out to me by asking me a question, send an email over to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com, and I'll probably have a look and see if I can cover it in an upcoming video or a podcast episode. But she had reached out to me and she asked me, how can I make money from home tutoring? Now, unfortunately at the moment there are a lot of people who have been affected by the coronavirus, and I assume this lady is in the same situation. She is trying to find some way to replace the income that she once had. Now, although I can't go through everything, explain everything in this episode, there will be some things you'll have to learn, but one of the best places to go for finding out more knowledge is YouTube. Now, if you are looking to, create some kind of training course or setting up some tutoring at home, one of the easiest things you can do, now before you think that you need to go racing off and buying some expensive software, expensive cameras, all those different things, you could do a coaching or a tutoring course, same way I'm doing one here right now. You can simply just have a smartphone in your hand and talk to it and explain some subject. So if you are maybe a coach or a tutor, you're probably well aware when students turn up on the first day, there's probably a list of things that they need to know. There are probably mistakes that they need to avoid. There probably is techniques that they need to learn. Now, if you are maybe somebody who was a music teacher, maybe that required a piano or something like that, you probably might need some kind of stand or something like that where you would have your camera kind of focused down on the piano so the person could see what you're doing on the keyboard. But it's not impossible to do. So what I'd recommend, if you were looking to do it and looking to do it cheaply, if you didn't have the cash to do it, simply record everything on your smartphone. Now, the way smartphones are nowadays, you can do anything you want on them. You don't even need to fire up a laptop. If I wanted to, I can create a podcast episode here, I can create a video, I can create a Word document, I can create all those different things just with this phone in my hand. Now, if you were looking to record your videos on your smartphone like that, if you have maybe the YouTube app, you can simply just upload your video directly from your smartphone up to YouTube and let YouTube then host it. Now, what you can do, if you want to, you could give that video away for free, and you could sign up to YouTube's Google AdSense ads. You're probably well aware of those ads that pop up when you watch the video. Now, Google will give you a portion of the advertising cost for how many people watch your video. So the more people that watch your video, the more money you'll make from the advertisement. Now, that can be one income stream, but you might be waiting a long time for that to kind of build up over time. You'll probably get a few pence every so often, but again, it depends on how many people are watching your videos, how much money you're going to make from them. Now, you can do that. You could give all your content away free. You could have a YouTube channel where you could set up your coaching and tutoring on that, provide all that content for free, and then have the Amazon or the Google ads on those, and then you're making an income from that. But maybe you want to earn more than that, and maybe you don't want to give your content away for free. Well, another thing you could do is to use a website called Patreon. Now, that is P-A-T, I think it's R-E-O-N. And what this website will let you do is will let you set up a membership. So what you can do is, if you are maybe training, you can do like what I'm doing here. You can have some videos in your course. You can have some maybe documents, maybe some podcast episodes. But what you can do in Patreon is you can have different membership levels. So if you imagine if you have like a Netflix account, once you have your Netflix account and you have the set fee paid for, all the content is yours and you can watch as much as you want. But with Patreon, what you can do is you can actually stagger the levels of how much the members pay. So for example, you could have maybe a beginner level that maybe $5 a month, but you might only give maybe 1 or 2 videos away a month or something like that. You could have the next level up, which could be maybe $10 a month. Again, you don't even have to price yourself that low, but it's just an example. So for $10, you might do maybe 4 videos a month. Then you might have another membership level, which is $20 per month, and in that you might provide maybe 10 videos a month. And you can work your way up through the different levels. So as somebody's paying more and more per level, you can give them more kind of hands-on training or coaching. And the best thing about Patreon is that these people are donating money for you every month. So if they are paying monthly, there is like a monthly subscription you're getting like for Netflix, but rather than you paying it to Netflix, people are paying it to you. So if you had enough people paying on your Patreon account, you could find maybe you could have a couple of $1,000 coming in, over again every month, by simply providing those people with content that they need to learn. So think about that. Maybe go to YouTube if you want to put all the content up for free, or if you want to have more of a membership thing, go to a website like Patreon and sign up there, put all your content up there, and then set up membership levels. So when you use maybe a website like Patreon, you don't need to worry about the videos, who's going to host them. You don't have to worry about setting up a website. You don't have to worry about setting up a blog. They will take care of all that for you. And then as you grow your audience then, and you get more income coming in and get more known, what you can do then is you could set up your own website and take everything over there and then work on your own website. So you're in control of everything, rather than being, having Patreon being in control of your content. So that is some things you could try out if you are trying to make money right now. Now, you're probably thinking, well, that sounds all great, but I'm not really much of a coach. What could I teach people? And I've said that many times before. A lot of us, unfortunately, don't see ourselves as experts in anything. Everybody else is an expert. All those people on TV shows, all those people that pop up, when there's an expert needed on the news, there's always an expert in terrorism, or there's an expert on hijacking, or there's an expert in this. But in fact, the only person that made them an expert was the TV show, because they probably just said expert on the little subtitle below their name, and that made them an expert. There's nobody who has a badge that they flip open saying like Barry McDonald, whatever, blogging expert, or those are kind of self-given titles. They're not something that you can actually apply for. So don't think that you need to be an expert, to have your own training course. As I mentioned before in one of my episodes, if I was into crocheting blankets, and I was a beginner, hadn't a clue what I was doing, if you had maybe 3 or 4 years experience on crocheting blankets, you could crochet in your sleep. You, to me, are an expert. Now, you mightn't see yourself as an expert because you have those 3 or 4 years, behind you. There's probably people who are maybe crocheting maybe 30 or 40 years, and they may be able to do it, literally when they're asleep. So to you, those people far ahead of you are experts. But don't forget, if you turn around and look behind you, there are people who don't have the experience you have, who are making stupid mistakes, who are getting all those beginner things wrong. And if you could turn around and help them and bring them up to where you are, they will see you as an expert. So again, don't dismiss the fact that you're not an expert and you couldn't create a tutoring or coaching program. Again, I would never declare myself an expert on many things, but that has never stopped me before, because I know there's people who are behind me who don't have the knowledge I have, and are going to make the stupid mistakes that I had made in the past. It's probably going to cost them time and cost them money. So if you are looking to do something like that, have a look at YouTube, giving the content away for free but having ads on it. If you want to maybe make an income on it, a monthly income, go to Patreon, look that up, and then when you get set up on that, reach out to people on social media, let everybody know that you are coaching. Again, you might have to make it a little bit, lower price in the beginning to get the ball rolling, but then over time you can charge more and more, and you can maybe add extra levels on top where you could be doing maybe more one-on-one, or you could be creating more tailored content for people, but they have to pay a larger monthly fee to do that. And that's one way you could do it. Or if you want to maybe just create a course, not have to show up month after month, just get it done and dusted. One place you could go to is called Udemy, and that's Udemy. If you do a Google search on that, if you go over there, you'll find that is filled with a lot of courses that people have created from home. Again, you probably think, well, what experience do I have? But you're going to find people have courses on how to, paint with watercolors, how to paint your home, how to paint a car, how to fix a car. All those different courses are up there on a website like that, along with all the online business courses and all that. You're going to find some courses that you'd be surprised are even there. So if you are thinking maybe of making money from home, or things are difficult, if you have a lot of experience behind you, if you know your subject well, go and do something like that. Go to YouTube, go to Patreon, go to Udemy, create some content. Again, don't go crazy. Don't think that you need to buy expensive equipment or expensive websites. If you are as poor as a church mouse, simply just, I'm sure a lot of you have an iPhone, or I'm sure you could have access maybe to one of your kids' iPhones, or somebody in the family has an iPhone that has a good camera on it, and you can simply just record to screen like I'm doing here, and you could be creating video training courses as you're walking the dog like I'm doing here, or you could be doing podcast episodes, or you could sit in a coffee shop, simply just take out your smartphone and you could simply type up some Word documents, so you could create some booklets or some PDF documents that you could add to your training, again all from your smartphone. So if you are hurting right now, and if that's something that you would like to try out, follow all that information, go check out YouTube, Patreon, Udemy, see what's there, see what other people are doing, and simply just mirror what they're doing, and you will find then it will make some income. And again, in the future, if whatever happens, if you do get back to work or whatever, at least you'll have this as a sideline, and you never know, if it gets popular enough, it may actually bring in more income than your original job, and you can ditch the original job and stay working from home doing things like I'm doing here right now. So if you'd like to ask me a question like that lady said, as I said at the start, send an email to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com, or if you'd like to know more where these videos are and where I am answering all these questions, do a search for Writecom. That's WRITECOME.com, and you'll find all the content over there. Now, at the moment, we have a great free report that is going to show you how you can make words go from words to wealth. Now, in this report, I'm going to show you 10 ways you can go from words to wealth. Now, before you think that you need to be a fantastic writer, all you need is simply a keyboard. Now, in this video course, I'm going to show you how anyone, and I literally mean anyone, can make money from home. So if that intrigues you, if you'd like to download that report and challenge me, you're very welcome to have a copy and give it a go, and let me know how you get on. Again, you'll find that over on the Writecom site. So, as always, thanks for sharing your time again today. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.